For all the thousands of people in attendance and all the millions watching at home, we present to you the ultimate Southern California beach town competition, Oxnard versus Ventura. Are you ready to rumble? Let me just tell you about Ventura. It's a hip beach town with a thriving arts district and some of the best waves to surf on.
Oh yeah, Bart? Well, overall, Oxnard has more of a small town feel with long stretches of beaches, lots of farms, tons of produce stands, and a lot of community events. The truth is, we love both cities and enjoy each one and what they have to offer. And in this video, we're going to tell you how they're alike and how they're different, so you'll get an idea of which city is best for you.
When we were first planning on moving out here, my parents were giving us such a hard time. It's so expensive, the government is awful, it's just a horrible place. Why would you ever want to move out there? Well, this is why. The weather is amazing and the beach and ocean are a marvel to behold. Both cities have moderate weather, Ventura and Oxnard, which is a good thing for lower gas and electric bills. Ventura and Oxnard weather are rated ideal by the National Climatic Data Center. This rating is based on the number of days with clear skies and the average temperature. Ventura and Oxnard vary just a few degrees, with Oxnard being slightly cooler. The average temp is in the mid-50s to the mid-70s throughout the year. Now, we are not scientists.
And we have not ever played one on TV.
We don't have any data to back up the following statement. However, Oxnard just feels noticeably colder because it is windier than Ventura. And we've heard lots of other locals and neighbors say the same thing. They agree with us. Just watch our Myths of Oxnard video. We filmed that one in August, and on that particular day, we were freezing. Actually, today in November is much nicer.
When we moved here, I was told that I had to dress in layers. My neighbors recommended that I wear long sleeves in Oxnard, short sleeves in Ventura, tank top in Thousand Oaks, and we might want to go naked in Ojai. That being said, Ventura also gets hotter as you move away from the beach up in altitude. The temp can range almost 10 degrees as you move from the beach to the east side or up the hillside. However, bottom line is the weather is amazing in either city. Both Oxnard and Ventura were in the top 5 most affordable coastal cities to live in by livability.com. Food, utilities, transportation costs are all similar in both cities. However, don't think you're moving to an affordable place compared to the rest of the country. It's still California, and it's also coastal living. For example, the estimated cost for childcare annually in Oxnard is about $11,000 and $12,000 in Ventura, which is some of the most expensive in the country. Since a year ago, the price of electricity has also gone up about 2.63%, and the cost of water is continually increasing with the drought.
Overall, Oxnard is 6.9% cheaper than Ventura when it comes to cost of living. That's mainly due to a lower median home price. About a year ago, you could buy a similar house in Oxnard for around $50,000 to $75,000 less than Ventura. Now it's around $100,000 less. The average entry-level home in Ventura is around $750,000, and in Oxnard it's around $650,000, with pockets of slightly lower in both places.
Ventura has more expensive housing and childcare, and Oxnard is more expensive than Ventura with its sales tax rate. The average sales tax rate in Oxnard is about 9.25% and only 7.75% in Ventura. So a lot of Oxnard residents actually go shopping in Ventura because of that lower tax rate. While both Ventura and Oxnard have a high cost of living when compared to the rest of the country, well, it's still a bargain overall when you think about like Santa Barbara or LA or really almost any coastal town.
Yep. In the lifestyle competition, it does appear that Ventura has it all, which is one of the reasons Patagonia has their headquarters there. The downtown is right next to the ocean, so you can find excellent food, drink, and entertainment, and then walk right over to the ocean, beaches, pier, and boardwalk, over to the Arts District in the west side, the museums and historical sites. And Ventura is located near the base of the mountains as well, so there's lots of hiking nearby. If you like music, then Ventura also has it for you. Because of the proximity to Santa Barbara, LA, and Ojai, they tend to get some pretty good bands that will come play there. They also have a theater, a comedy club, wine tasting, escape room, farmers markets, and botanical gardens. You have almost everything you could want from a big city in really a smaller town setting.
Yes, Ventura has a lot to offer, but Oxnard is all about the community. So they have tons of cheap or free activities going on, including classes, concerts, and plays over at Oxnard Performing Arts Center, and the Elite Theater, or performances in traditional music, dance, and drama at the Cultural Arts Center. There's also a comedy club, tons of museums, especially we have 2-car museums, and car shows, an arts walk near the beach, and the community has tons of festivals. For example, they celebrate together with salsa festivals and multicultural festivals and tamale festivals, or on the quirkier side, the Steampunk Fest, or one of our favorites is the Jazz Festival. Oxnard also has a winery. There's so much to do as long as it doesn't get too late. I'm not saying that Ventura does not try to have a sense of community, and they do have one. It just falls short when compared to Oxnard. When we have gone to the festival in Ventura, it felt more like we were part of a sea of people, and it was harder to connect. Whereas when we have gone to a concert at the Harborview Park or a car show, there are no frills, just people enjoying being together, laughing, dancing, talking about cars and music, and just really having a great time. So, if you like more of a nightlife or a beach town and hiking, then Ventura is a great place for you to be.
And if you like a true sense of community and doing things at home later at night, then Oxnard is the place for you. Both downtowns have eclectic boutiques, thrift stores, antique shops, restaurants, bars, historical sites. And both towns also have a really great farmers market once a week. Ventura sets itself apart with its pedestrian mall, where you can walk up and down the street without cars, shopping, eat out on a terrace patio, and you're within a short walking distance or a bike ride to the beach, which is incredible. There's art museum, multiple parks, an historic movie theater, many historic sites. Ventura also has an older traditional mall and some strip malls throughout the city, tons of free parking in the downtown area. For more info on Ventura's downtown, check out our videos on it. We've done several, and those links will show up in the Show More section below.
Oxnard downtown has the energy of a modern urban center. There is the Carnegie Art Museum, Heritage Square, Historic Plaza Park, and Plaza Studio Cinemas. There are also over 40 mom and pop restaurants, as well as a variety of shops. It's laid out more like a bomb went off, and you have Town Square and this new small restaurant area and the movie theater island, and then shooting all out is all these older stores and restaurants. There's also a lot of traffic and limited parking, as well as the farmers market every Thursday. Downtown also has First Thursday food truck. This is where food trucks and pop up a marketplace in the Plaza Center, and people come with their leashed pets and they shop and they eat and they listen to music, and there's a real sense of community. Downtown is the heart of the city, where they have many concerts and festivals and holiday celebrations happening all year round. Oxnard also has a strip mall, but their larger traditional mall was demolished in the year 2000. Now Oxnard has the Collection Shopping Center, which is an outdoor shopping area that even Ventura restaurants come to visit and shop at.
With the Whole Foods. One of the main differences you'll see in the two downtowns is that Oxnard has more homeless in areas that look kept as compared to Ventura. And Ventura's downtown actually has security that rides up and down the pedestrian mall. They move the homeless actually out of the area. Ventura tends to put the homeless in jail, and when they're released to the Midtown and College Town portions of Ventura, and when they get out, they tend to stay there. Both Oxnard and Ventura have classic, fantastic California beaches with protected swimming areas, some handicap access to the beach, and they both have large grassy beach parks right on the ocean with volleyball, barbecue, yoga, daily outdoor exercise classes, and they're dog friendly as well. The water temperature in both runs on the cooler side, between the mid 50s to 70 degrees. So for most of the year, you're gonna see people like me swimming and surfing in wetsuits. Ventura wins if you want your town to have a variety of amazing surf spots, oceanside trails, and hangouts right on the beach. Rincon Beach, the queen of the coast, is known for its California point break for more experienced surfers. Mondo's Beach is more for beginner surfers and paddleboarders. And Surfers Point for all levels in between, and kiteboarders. It's a great place also just to chill out. You can watch the amazing surfers walk along the beach, the boardwalk, the pier, and there's fun restaurants and breweries here as well. I was hanging out at Surfers Point one day. This was amazing. I saw a pod of dolphins jumping up into the air and surfing the waves down the coast towards the pier. Ventura actually has a better swim beach, so they win in that category. It's larger, it's more wide open, and it's cleaner. There's no trash there really.
They also, sometimes California gets these bioluminescent bays, and it's just clearer to see in Ventura than in Oxnard. It's just absolutely beautiful how the water lights up when you splash in it. On the other hand, Oxnard is further from the 101, so it does not get as many of the tourists as Ventura does. It has 11 miles of secluded, gorgeous beaches. It's a more easygoing place to kind of soak in the beauty of the Pacific and views of the Channel Islands. In spots you might even feel like you're in your own private resort. During the winter, sometimes we're walking our dogs and we're the only ones on the beach. There are also 5 free parking lots and lots of street parking with access to beaches in the Channel Islands harbor. That is a big deal. Ventura has fewer free parking areas near the beach. The most popular surf spot in Oxnard is the Silver Strand Beach. And there's also a lot of beach parties that happen to go on there, especially on the weekends or during the summer. But it's nothing compared to what it's like on the same weekend or the holidays or summer as Ventura. The Oxnard Shores Beach areas also provides better handicap access with a paved area through the sand dunes and along the beach. And this trail was created actually by a stroke survivor who wanted to make sure that everybody could experience the beauty of the beach.
Another win for Oxnard is if you want to be able to take your dog on the beach, all 3 beaches there are dog friendly with some time restrictions. So our lab mutt dog friends definitely vote for Oxnard. And our cats too, because cats really prefer their 50 to 90 pound siblings to be well exercised so they're not so spastic at home. Ventura is midway between Santa Barbara and LA. It has easy access to Highway 101, 126 to Santa Clarita, 33 to Ojai. Amtrak delivers passengers north and south of Ventura, and the easy access supports Ventura's thriving tourist economy. LA and Santa Barbara residents have been moving here because of the more affordable real estate and fantastic location. Since Ventura lies at the intersection of 3 major highways, it has more traffic than nearby cities such as Oxnard. There's lots of new condos being built with commercial areas on the main floor, which will lead to increased traffic and decreased parking, in particular in the downtown area. Traffic from tourism increases from festivals on the weekends during the summer months. When we went to the Aloha Festival, the traffic was so busy, it was difficult to cross several major streets in Ventura, and the traffic jams went further than the eye could see. It looked like a parking lot on the side of the road that was heading into Ventura. And then when we were driving away back to Oxnard, we could just drive with ease, just open roads.
Most of Oxnard is farther off of the 101, and some of the ramps and streets into Oxnard are lined with agriculture, and it's just really beautiful and peaceful as you drive over those ramps and bridges. Oxnard also has an Amtrak station in the downtown area for people who need to use it to travel to, let's say, Santa Barbara or LA. It has become busier than it used to be, especially on Victoria and Harbor Road. Cars tend to speed up and down these roads and tailgate, and there are a lot of accidents, and some of those include a pedestrian or a bicyclist. The residents are asking for more police patrolling these areas to slow down the drivers, but it's just not happening at the time of this video.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of bicyclists who ride around at night in dark clothes without helmets. They don't have headlights, and so they are hard to see. This is another issue that residents have been calling in to the police about. People are concerned about it.
Both Ventura and Oxnard have amazing canals and harbor with sea life including dolphins and sea lions and seals, and also shopping, restaurants, festivals, entertainment, and tours to the Channel Islands and whale watching. Ventura Harbor Village is smaller and more condensed. There are 30 unique shops, art galleries, and restaurants with weekly live music at many places, an escape room and wide variety of boat rentals, wine tasting room at the deep sea, and ballet dancing at the Greek Mediterranean steak and seafood place. The dock homes and shop are located adjacent to the harbor. Ventura Harbor also has the largest live-aboard community with over 50% of those docked at the slip living on their boats.
Oxnard's Channel Islands harbor is bigger. It's built on 310 acres. There's around 2,100 boat slips. There's an extensive canals area it connects to. We like to call the Venice of California, which is where we are. And there's walking trails, grassy park, there's a town center. It's really a fantastic area for paddleboarding and kayaking. And you can even rent a Venetian gondola and go out on a tour, and you're likely to see dolphins and sea lions and seals. The harbor has everything water related. Paddleboard, kayaks, sailboats, sports fishing, whale watching tours. There's an old Scarlet Bell paddle wheel riverboat. And there's the Mystic Whaler, which is a nonprofit educational center for kids. The harbor also goes way beyond just the water with 3 different shopping areas with restaurants, farmers market, festivals, swap meets, and car shows.
Fisherman's Wharf is another large shopping area next to the harbor and is in the process of being revitalized. The City Council just accepted a new commercial development to be built there called Strawberry Village. They're saying it will be like the Knott's Berry Farm. There's a lot of chatter going on where people either are loving it or hating it and predicting it's going to go bankrupt in about 5 years. But currently, the Fisherman's Wharf has dilapidated and unoccupied buildings, but there's the Elite Theater and so many other nice little shops there, which makes us wonder where they're going to go with this new development coming here. I was speaking to one of our clients who moved out of Ventura into a different state. She said that they were leaving because they wanted a bigger yard for their kids to get away from the homeless and drugs and theft. But when she was visiting back, she was a little disappointed when we were talking. She said what she learned was that there is homelessness and drugs and theft everywhere. But at least she got her big yard. Looking at the data, she is right. It doesn't matter if you live in a red state or a blue state, or everywhere you're going to have some crime and you're going to have homelessness. You're going to have people stealing Cadillac converters and bicyclists, and that's due to the economy. Oh, it's not uncommon when we're speaking to somebody looking to move to the Ventura County area and we mention Oxnard, that somebody just blanches back and is like, no, because Oxnard has gotten a bad rap about being crime-ridden. However, crime is currently at a 10-year low. It also has an app called Oxnard 311, so residents can submit a service request to fix a pothole, replace a sign, report graffiti, and more. For example, when we were filming our Myth Busters for Oxnard, we were looking everywhere for graffiti to film, and we couldn't find any of it.
Oh.
But some residents will still complain, and they'll say the app is not effective and that it's a hit or miss kind of thing. It's also not uncommon to hear complaints about loud neighborhood parties, mostly on the weekends and on holidays. People are saying that the police don't respond, or when they do, that nothing changes. However, we had a neighbor who loved to have parties starting like 3 p.m. and going all the way to 3 a.m. And it was so noisy that our house would shake. And the neighbors, we're pretty sure a lot of neighbors contacted the police, and the police would come and visit and the music would keep going. But within a few months, the parties absolutely stopped, and they haven't been going on for over a year now. So something must have happened. Also, when we moved here, there were certain areas that I was told, don't go there and work alone. But I've gone to those neighborhoods and I have felt very safe and met a lot of amazing, wonderful, and friendly people. So you just really need to follow your own comfort level.
Ventura does not have an app to report on those types of issues. Residents that we have spoken have said they've reported graffiti and that it's stayed up for around 2 years and counting, and they've even reported that the city came out to clean up trash, but they of course cleaned the trash and left the graffiti. Ventura is also known for drug-related issues in the downtown area. Looking at the crime map, it looks like both Oxnard and Ventura have pockets of crime areas with drug use going on, just like in most parts of the country. Both Oxnard and Ventura have declined in their ratings as the safest cities. Oxnard was reported to be the 7th in the nation for safest cities, with populations over 2,000 in 2014, but now it does not even rate in the top 10. Oxnard is still safer than the average place in the nation, but not by much, with a 3.6 rating with the national average of around 4, while as Ventura has a rating of 2.97. However, keep in mind that Oxnard has almost 100,000 more residents as compared to Ventura.
A big issue that has started to develop in Oxnard and Ventura is a bicyclist gang. Now, this is about 100 teens and preteens riding their bikes and taking up the whole street, and they have beaten up a homeless person, and they've stolen a person's bike, and they even punched a woman as she was riding a bike next to them. Our daughter and I were going to a movie at the Collections, and we came out of the movie theater and started to drive away when all of these bicyclists came like storming and coming right towards us, and all of the cars just stopped and there was nowhere we could go. And one of the bicyclists came right up and he did this wheelie like he was going to do one of those really cool tricks that they do in the movies, and they go right over the car, and at the last minute he swerved away and I couldn't do anything about my car and move out of his way because I was stuck between the people. It was really stressful. And the next day the collection said no more bicycles allowed. However, we did hear that they came over during Halloween.
This gang is similar to ones that have been started in San Diego and LA. The police have been called, but the kids will all scatter away when the police get there. So currently the cyclists are staying closer to certain neighborhoods, and areas, and residents in those neighborhoods, of course, are very upset and have been taking photos and contacting the police about these issues. But it has been going on now for a couple of years.
Overall, though, we both feel really safe when we're in both Ventura and Oxnard and walking our dogs and going around.
Definitely.
So while there is some issue, as there is anywhere in the nation, overall, we're really happy here.
Yep.
Ventura has a population of around 108,000 and a diversity of neighborhoods. The east side has a more suburban feel with larger homes and lots, as well as strawberry fields and orchards. And the west side has an arts district, historic homes, and a lot of restaurants. Historic downtown is right next to the beach, as we've said, with lots of locally owned shops and that pedestrian walking mall. And it has more hip vibe with smaller homes mixed in with older, larger Victorian homes. The Midtown and College neighborhoods have a more dense suburban feel, close to the community college, chain stores, and the hospital and the mall. And the hillside has these wonderful high-end panoramic views of the ocean and the city. And Pierpont neighborhood has dock and beach homes. There's a neighborhood for everyone in this eclectic city.
Oxnard was recently awarded 4th friendliest city in the nation. Oxnard is a tale of two cities and tends to have more of a resort-style smaller town feel as you get closer to the ocean. The other main section of Oxnard includes the downtown, which has a more urban, densely populated areas, also with neighborhood farms, commercial, industrial areas mixed all together. The more resort areas include mid to upper range tract style homes, 10 minutes from the beach, a golf community, beach homes, condos, dock homes, and newer neighborhoods, including River Park and Wagon Wheel. Check out our other videos on Oxnard to find out more information on these areas. There's links in the Show More section below. The beach homes range from older 1950s ranch style homes all the way to larger modern newly built homes. There are 4 distinct docked home neighborhoods, including attached single family, condos and villas, single family tract homes, and custom dock homes with fantastic views of the main channel. You have a lot more beach and also dock homes to choose from in Oxnard, so Oxnard wins in that category. If you have questions on Oxnard and Ventura real estate, be sure to give us a call, 805-256-2813. We'd love to help you.
One thing many families have told us is that they choose to move to Ventura over Oxnard because they want their kids to go to a higher rated school. Many Ventura schools actually are rated 9 out of 10 from Public School Review, and they give educators and family involvement an exceptional rating too. Now, while niche.com and greatschool.com are great to look at when you're looking for information, it's best to contact your neighborhood school and your local PTA and have a tour scheduled to look at it and see if your neighborhood school actually matches well with you and your family. The Ventura School District also does have a lottery, which if you're lucky enough, you can pick any school you want to attend in Ventura if you don't want to go to your neighborhood school.
Oxnard schools have a rating of 5 out of 10 or below from Public School Review. However, they do have a graduation rate of 96% compared to the California average of 84% and slightly higher than the 92% graduation rate in Ventura. Both Oxnard and Ventura also have 2-year community colleges. Both colleges are well thought out and give incredible support to their students.
One of the things we were really surprised at when we moved out here is how cheap it is compared to other community colleges throughout the country. It really made it so our daughter could really access any of the classes she wanted to. Again, we both love Ventura and Oxnard. If neither of these cities, though, seems like the right place for you, then please give us please contact us, because there are so many different options in Ventura County that could fit any of your needs or wants.
If you like this video, then we recommend you watch either the pros and cons of Oxnard or the pros and cons of Ventura. We cover some of the same information, but we also add more and go more into depth.